Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. I have quite a few shows that I've done, or at least a few shows with other people, interviews that you might be interested in listening to. And they all were excellent presenters. And in particular, we had Taino's show, who, he really broke everything down. He has a really good eye for looking at things and kind of segmenting specific topics. So there's a lot of information. Some of the information that I've had from over the years working with Peter in particular, because most of the time we're addressing the ACIO. Some of the interviews that I've done with people who don't know very well, it's kind of shocking. They don't know what to do. They get a little nervous. And it's completely understandable. These are unique topics, and they're very serious topics. But these are, it's a whole different perspective of looking at things, and that is in particular regarding how the multiverse is working, how things turn out. I've been discussing this for years, that we have many layers or levels of interaction in our space or a context of reality, and one of them being that it's astral. Some of it is from other worlds, or the underworld. We have lots of different types of tampering that has influenced our reality, and it's good to just be open-minded, step back, and consider the possibility of these things happening. Over the course of many years, Peter and I have been discussing these topics at length. We have many shows talking about different agendas and things that have been brought in. And so for those of you who have not really browsed a lot through our content, it's really good to do so, because we're finding that the ACIO is popping up in so many different conversations, especially people that don't fully understand what we're doing, don't understand the level of that Peter has been in the ACIO over the years. They have not grasped a lot of the content yet, and they're sort of picking and choosing what they like, what they don't like, and then presenting that to the public, and which is creating some fracturing in thought regarding what we're actually presenting, or they're trying to edit or rewrite what we're saying, or they're suggesting that this is their content when it's Peter's content. And I'm seeing a lot of Peter's content showing up in different places, and very few people say, hey, I got this from Peter the Insider. They want to, come out and say, oh, this is my information, which is not honest, first of all. The second part is that Peter has more to explain the topic, and he has more background knowledge. He has a lot of information regarding the ACIO, and much more than most of the people out there that are discussing it. So, and some of the people that have been following the Wingmakers, we understand they kind of have their head wrapped around that content, but that is only a segment of what the ACIO is doing. And so at some point we will expound more so on that topic, because people are very interested, and they feel like it's open-ended in some way. It's not complete. And we understand that as well. But, technically the organization has been private, has not been open to the public. So what information we're getting right now is really new, and it's coming directly from Peter, who has been a part of the organization for many years. So if people still choose to go and listen to someone who's getting second, third hand, fourth hand information, old information, trying to recycle it with their own, narrative, then people can do that if they feel like someone looks like they're more of an authority. I don't know what to say. if you really know Peter's content and then you hear someone else talking about it, is it different when someone else brings it up? I don't think so, because that person cannot expound upon what it actually means and what the content, the specific history of the ACIO is all about. And, you know, we have provided videos on the history of the ACIO, and but for some reason the public hasn't quite grasped that we're the origin of a lot of this content that's out there. So just keep that in mind as you're listening through some of the information. And we've gone out of our way to make sure to document everything that we have written for those of you that are really interested in learning more about it. And instead of, even if you don't 100% agree, at least read through everything. So when other people are talking about our content, you know that they got it from us and that they are acting as if that it's their content, so, and they're not giving references. So just, you know, just to make it easier. Makes it easier for us. It makes it more honest. If people want true disclosure is truth. It's not fabrication. It's not bells and whistles. It's not fancy intros. It's not, you know, not everyone is firsthand in a lot of these different conversations. A lot of people say I like to listen to so many different people and sort through it myself. Fine, do that. But, you know, if you're going to sort through what people are doing, then make sure you find the origin of where the content was, whether it's from us or from someone else. And then you can assess things correctly. And then when you want to know more about that, you're not asking a person that just read a book or read an article somewhere. You're asking a person that knows about it, experiences it, and is a part of it. So that's the difference. So we did a really good interview with Alfred Webre, and he has a really good site. He talks about the omniverse, and I'm going to do more shows with him in the future, and I want to have him on my show and to discuss some of the things that he's been doing. We've done multiple shows with Arael, and he is the galactictalk.com, Galactic Talk, and we discussed the ACIO disclosure. And he's been around for a while. I'm not sure how long, but he not only did a few interviews, but then he did an excellent job in breaking things down and talking about some different highlight points. And what we're going to do is we're going to share all the different highlight points that he brought out. And you can see, you know, there's lots and lots of information that he has. You know, he'll isolate a topic and then he'll focus on that. And so you'll see more about it. I'm going to bring you over to the ACIO site. And oh, here is Thresholds of Reality. We just did a show with them, and I don't know, I think they're kind of new out there, but they were kind of fun to be on their show and quite interesting. And I enjoyed being interviewed, and some of this information was very new to them. But it was you know, a comfortable experience. And so I'm just going to go over to we're going over to our news site. Nope, that's our radio station. Oh, just as a reminder that we do have radio shows going on and on and on 24/7. So if you feel like you want to tune in and hear some of the archive shows, which we have saved, and yes, people could find them probably on YouTube, but if you just really don't want to worry about it and you want to see what comes up, have everything scheduled. And those people that know Peter the Insider, that this is time period where those shows are available and they'll be running. And of course, the Andronetalks transmissions and some other random content. But we have lots and lots of shows that it's playing. It's live. You just press the button down here. Another one of is Andronetalks news.com. This is for you. This is for the public. It's to help you to keep up to date with everything. We're always updating new articles. There's thousands of articles. We actually had to upgrade the site so that it can contain and carry all of these articles that are out there and available, and they scroll through, and there's different here's a basic news. It has categories. There's some good news. There's an editor's pick. Super Sleuth has been very, very busy and covering all sorts of topics and what's going on in our current world today. And at the bottom, we have some of these. There's the Galactic channel again, Taino. Some of you know him as Tyson. Thresholds of Reality. And last of all, let's just remind you that we have the ACIO site. We have all sorts of content on here and constantly upgrading content. And anything that you want to know and understand about what's going on with the ACIO is here. There's background information, bios, and so forth. So that's about it for right now. And thank you, everyone. The list of links will be down below in the comment section. So just browse through and take a look at some really, really interesting content. And also, like with Taino, he categorizes different things. So if you really want to focus on those things, you could just click on it. So that's it for today. Have a good day, everyone.